Welcome to Club Nintendo level 187. And first up, how are you doing, Aaron?
Pretty good.
And then John is also here. Welcome, John.
I'm here, present.
Yeah, everyone raise their hand for attendance. I'm getting some weird noise from
Yeah.
somebody.
Oh, is it my?
It sounds better now.
Yeah.
Okay, I just shook my mic.
Okay.
When you know it's time for a new microphone, when you have to
Mhm,
when you have to shake
Did you
yours.
see the Yeti Mini got announced?
Yeah, that's weird. Just after Logitech bought them out too. I'm surprised they're
Yeah. I hear it has
bothering.
not so great reviews, so I just get the regular Yeti or the Yeti Pro. Seems like a better buy.
It seems expensive too.
Yeah, because $100. This is very not off. This is off track for Nintendo, but it's a microphone that you can stream with and use for that purpose, I guess. So
Yeah.
But yeah, $100, which you can buy a regular Yeti for $100 on Amazon, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, anyways, there was a direct today, guys. I know John and I watched it. Aaron did not do his homework yet.
Nope.
So first off, John, what was your biggest takeaway from the direct? What are you most excited for?
I'm actually most excited for a game that's a couple years old. It was actually an iPhone game. It's Sword and Sorcery.
Okay.
Game.
Yeah, that's coming to Switch, and I'm really excited because I always wanted to play that game with physical controls. And obviously on a phone you can't, or tablet you can't do that. So I'm actually super psyched to play this game actually like a gamer should.
Yeah,
Okay.
I played this game on my phone like years ago, and then I actually got it on Steam, and it's so much better when you play it with a controller. So,
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I figured it would be. If you don't know about this game, it's kind of this. It's it's an adventure where you would tap along to move, but it's very pixelated and it's got a lot of really ambient music. It's really cool. Actually, the music is a pretty big part of it. It's been a couple of years since I played it, but the music's still a big part of it, right?
yeah, it's like the music is kind of like integrated in what you're doing. So when you tap on things, it would make sounds that would go along with like the music that's playing. And when you get into a fight, like you have to time like your button presses sometimes, and that will go along with
With
like,
the music. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I was actually kind of surprised to see that coming, so that's cool to see.
Yeah, they did. They also did like a drop at the very end of a game that's available right now, kind of thing.
Right now, yep.
And I'm trying to remember what this game was. I know it's a big game that everyone's excited for. Into the Breach. What does anyone know what this thing is?
It looks like some turn-based, like RPG style. It looks like these kind of mecha things that are. I have no idea what it is. There's a map and it's a grid-based map and it looks like you're kind of moving characters along almost in a chess sort of way. And either there's enemies dropping on the map and you're getting power-ups. I have no idea what's going on, but
Everyone was really excited for this.
okay, so yeah, I have no idea about this game, but if people were excited, I'm sure it's
Something.
popular. Yeah.
So the game I was most excited for was the Untitled Goose Game, which just looks fantastic. Because everyone hates geese. They're annoying birds that attack humans. And in this game, you get to be that annoying goose that goes up stealing sandwiches from people. I'm sure you can attack people and squawk at people, and you're a goose. And this looks so whimsical and full of just charm and personality that I'm very excited. And I heard afterwards that Panic is actually the studio developers that are publishing it, or I guess working on it in some capacity. And they worked on Firewatch, and they you'll know them if you're in the Mac Apple community as they develop Coda and Transmit and a couple other apps, I believe. So really excited about this.
Yeah, this actually looks like something I would play.
At first, it was like a throwaway title. It's like a goose, and then I saw it. It's like, oh, this could be a riot.
Well, just the fact that when they said the obstacle of the game is to make sure that everyone you encounter has the worst day like ever, or whatever they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Sounds like fun. If my only goal is to go around and mess with people, I can do that.
Yeah, it's a game that I think I'll just load up when I'm at the airport waiting for my flight to line up, and just got a couple minutes. Let's go make some people angry. Why not?
Yeah, you can steal stuff. You can honk your geese horn. The art style is really simplistic looking.
I wonder if I can fly over somebody and poop on them or something.
That's like next level. That's like the last level sort of stuff.
Right.
I mean, they didn't show much. The only environment they showed, it looked like it was just like this little outside area. So it could be pretty early. Yeah. Could be pretty early still in this game. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out like next fall.
Yeah, like will there be a story that I don't know.
Don't know.
Do I free some other animals from the zoo? I don't know. We'll see. The other big one, I believe it opened the Direct, was Towerfall, which will also have Celeste characters in it, which is awesome.
Interesting.
And Towerfall, for those that don't know, is one of the best local fighter games. It's kind of like, I don't want to say Smash Brothers, but it filled the need of Smash Brothers on PlayStation for a lot of people. Yeah, it looks like it'll be great on Switch. Yeah, coming next month, pretty soon here.
Talking about Towerfall.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that was. I'm not sure if I'm gonna jump in on that one. I do like the art style, but there's a lot going on.
There is, yeah. I know the Giant Bomb folks are huge in the Towerfall. It's one of their favorites.
So you're fighting, and like the levels are like coming in on you, and like you're constantly moving around. It looks like. I like the art style though.
Yeah, from my memory, I've played it on PlayStation, and my memory is you're not having to deal a lot with the levels like transforming on you. You're mostly just fighting. There is platforming involved within the levels. Yeah, I will give this another chance. I'm sure not at launch, but maybe sometime after that. And definitely as a local game, this would be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah. And then some other big ones, Bastion, Transistor, both come on the Switch.
Have you guys
Hyper
ever
Light
played
Drifter.
Bastion?
No.
I've only heard of it.
It's
no.
so good. So
is it?
I would definitely recommend that. Yeah.
So what is this game?
So Bastion is a story about this kid who loses everything, like his whole world is destroyed, and he basically finds himself on like this island where there's nothing, and he has to kind of go out into the world and kind of beat these enemies and get these like cores, so that way he can rebuild the world. And so each time that you get this new core, then you can make like a new building. So you get like this core that will allow you to get like a blacksmith, so then you can get like better weapons, and then you get one that where you can get like better armor and things like that. Yeah, and it has a really fun story. The art style is really nice. It's all like hand drawn. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking it up if you haven't played it.
Cool. The other game that stuck out to me during the Direct was Zarvat. Do you remember this one, John?
The box one where you're like a little box and you're finding other like boxes.
You're fighting other boxes.
Yeah, this one was weird.
The art style looks amazing, and just the mechanics look fun. Their description: Zarvat is a charming arcade shooter about cubes. Play with friends in up to 4-player versus mode, and shoot lasers at each other on over a dozen destructible maps, and follow the adventures of 2 cubes in story mode as they make the ultimate birthday present to cheer up their best friend. So again, whimsical to no end, and just a ton of personality, and a really cool art style. And I love shooting lasers. I mean, and you're a box, so what's not to love? Yeah.
I mean, the graphics are like really good. Like the lighting looks really advanced, and like there's a lot of good textures. It's weird because the boxes are so simplistic, yet they're in these really like highly polygon looking worlds.
Yeah.
Like it does look like a game you would see on like PlayStation with all the advanced graphic stuff they're doing. So I do dig that. Like that's kind of cool to see because most indie games kind of go for the most of them we saw that they are 8-bit or kind of have that twist to it. So it's cool to see an indie game that actually looks like it's kind of pushing stuff.
Yeah, and this is coming soon. October is when this is coming out. So you can take a break from that Red Dead Redemption game on the other platforms and play some Zarvat instead. Yeah.
It's fun to say Zarbot.
It is. And their tagline is a game about cubes. That's the trailer. Zarvat, a game about cubes. So that was outside the Goose Game. That was my other game that I'm just really excited for.
What about the King of the Hat?
This one, describe this one because I'm trying to remember what this is.
So this one looks like kindergartners drew it. Oh no, it's 8-bit style. All right, I guess it's more 16-bit style, but it's you got a map and you're fighting for a hat. That's the whole thing. They said the matches were really short, but you're really just it's kind of like I'd say it's like if you were just playing Smash Brothers and you're just fighting for the Smash Ball. That's kind of what it looks like. It's like an 8-bit version of that. You're just going for that one item. And that's it.
Great. Sounds great.
And it's called King of the Hat. And there's birthday hats, and it's just really really weird. And even the trailer says it's very, very serious.
When's this coming out?
Early next year.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
What's up with the washing machines at the end of that trailer? There is. So in this like hat game, there's like washing machines at the end that have hats of like laundry baskets with clothes in it, and they're like all sad and they're like hopping around.
What? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, you have to wash the hat every now and then, right?
Wait, I didn't see that. Hold on, let me find this. Sad washing machines.
Yeah.
Okay. I see this now. Okay. Yeah, so that game, if that problem with a lot of these indie games is they ask like $20-25 for some of them.
Yeah.
Like the hat game, I would pay, $5-10 maybe for $10 if it got good reviews. But, sometimes they ask a little bit too much, especially when you're used to, paying a couple bucks on your phone, which I know,
right.
isn't a fair comparison because people don't really even pay for anything on their phones.
Looking at you, Runner 3.
How much was Runner 3?
Like 30, maybe 35 or 40.
Oh, yeah, I feel like that's a little different, maybe because it's a more established franchise.
Yeah. If the reviews were better.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. But
it's sad that the game ended up being what it was.
Aaron, did you ever play it? Weren't you going to play it?
It's 30.
Which one?
Runner 3.
Trailer. Oh no! So I never actually picked that up because I did hear a lot of bad stuff, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm willing to spend that much money right now. So
I'm waiting for a sale for that one because I'm intrigued, but not enough at 30.
I would prefer just to get the other original ones and replay them.
Runner 2. I want Runner 2 on Switch.
I think Runner 2 is the first one I played. Is that the one that was on Wii U?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. The Messenger's coming out on Switch. Yeah, some of the good stuff.
There's also this other one, Mineko's Night Market. Mineko's, I don't know.
Oh yeah, is this that story one? Kind of choose your own adventure.
Yeah, it seems kind of like you're this little girl and she's in like this kind of Japanese-looking.
Yeah, they said it was Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's cats and.
That's all you need to know.
And you cut wood, like
that's all you need to know.
Like the jigsaw and like the little sewing machine, that looks like the best part of the game.
And there's like what is this? A cardboard box that's talking to you? What is that? Like a milk carton walking around? Like
I don't know.
And there's a racing. Oh, are you watching the trailer? Yeah. 'Cause there's like a racing level. It looks like this game's got a little everything.
And it looks like there's some gardening, and you can like see, you can go out and find some ore. It looks like maybe. I don't know. So I
Cool.
don't know. It looks like there's a lot of stuff in this game.
Yeah. Very cool.
Oh, there's sumo wrestling too in it.
Yeah, sumo wrestling.
So I think you come to this town in Japan. There's dancing too, and you just like explore all the stuff. I mean, it's not like Animal. It looks like it's got more structure than Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
but it looks like it's looser than like a Zelda game.
And it looks like at one point where it's showing like the milk carton, she is selling things. So I'm wondering if you just go collect things and sell it and make things. Maybe that's what the sewing was all about. And, yeah, who knows?
So I'm back. I was grabbing my Switch. So I want to mention that The Walking Dead season 1, I think, came out on Switch.
Yeah.
Like, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up the price. Do you know what it came out
Yeah,
at?
it's like $24.99. It's like $25. I don't think it's worth it.
I mean, so Telltale's doing a lot better than I think Batman. They released at 40 or 50 when you can buy it on the other platforms for 20. So I think they're getting closer to what. And the final season was released at the same exact price point as it was on PS4. And if you haven't played The Walking Dead before, I'd say play all the seasons. But if you don't want to do that, they do a nice kind of recap, and you get to make some key decisions in that recap when you boot up the final season. So it kind of, brings you up and catches you up with everything. That said, I did enjoy all of the seasons, and the first episode in the final season was really, really good. It kind of changes the whole tables with what you're doing in this one as the decisions you make. You have a child with you, and the decisions you make impact how that child will become when he grows up. Like his morality and his decision making is impacted by what you do. So it kind of turns the tables a bit and kind of is a little bit of a parenting game in a cool kind of way.
I would make all the worst choices.
I'm sure some people will, just to create some kind of monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really, really great first episode. There's 4 episodes, I think, in this final season. $20. A little bit longer of an episode than the typical one.
Aren't they pretty short, like a couple hours?
Yeah, I mean, Telltale games, they'll be anywhere from 90 minutes to 3 hours. This is probably in the closer to 2.5 hour range, I think. But that's kind of what I want. I want a sit down, instead of watching a movie that night, I'm going to play this episode in this really narrative game. It's a game that you can play while eating your dinner because you can control it with one hand for most of the stuff, making decisions.
Can I get a Better Call Saul game?
They should do that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'd play
But
that.
I've been playing all the Telltale games though because I discovered that they are really easy platinum trophies on most of the games. So I've been doing that on my PlayStation, and I've been really getting addicted to the Telltale games because their storytelling is great, and the stories they tell are just wonderful. Tales of Borderland I started up as well, and I've never played a Borderlands game, but even that I'm getting really attached to the characters and the story they're telling. So, yeah.
Are you really into trophies? Is that a thing now? Are you?
If it's sort of, yeah.
So yeah, when
I
it
won't.
comes
I
to
won't
the-
play a bad game for a trophy, but I'll play. It'll encourage me to play a game. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, when it comes to those type of trophies and things, I don't try to get all of them, but I do like that there is something like that. Like when I'm playing Steam games, it'll come up with like an achievement or something. And sometimes I'll even check and see, what achievements do I not have, because it'll just be like another challenge or something to do sometimes. And sometimes on the Switch, I sort of miss that.
Yeah, and for games I truly love, I will go and try to platinum them, and did that with all the Infamous games, because those are probably one of my favorite series on PlayStation. And yeah, I will do that for sure on some games. Um, I should mention I also we talked about Wolfenstein 2 last time, and since then I picked up Wolfenstein 1. It was on sale for like $11 on PlayStation 4, and I played through that campaign, and that's an equally impressive game as Wolfenstein 2 was. And it was just kind of curious looking at the graphics. It was noticeable that this PS4 game, Wolfenstein 1, was the original. The graphics are not as good as what I experienced on the Switch, which was kind of interesting. Just to note that Switch can look better than certain PS4 games, depending on their age.
Yeah, so you're talking about the first like Wolfenstein, like the remake, the New Order.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I went back and played that one even on my PC. I think one of the big problems of that game, it doesn't have shadows. Like things just look really flat. Yeah.
I mean, the story was so compelling. I didn't really care. God, those are good stories. Wolfenstein 1, 2. Like, so good. But yeah, what have you guys been playing?
I have been playing my Wii. I've been playing some.
The OG Wii,
Well, I've been playing through the Wii U.
Okay.
Because I've actually been using like off TV play. I've been using my screen. Now here's the
off-screen TV play on the Wii U.
Yeah. And
Wait, I forgot. Can you put the Wii games onto the screen?
Yeah, you have to have the Wii in front of you, and then you can use the IR sensor in the Wii.
And because I'm playing like Xenoblade Chronicles, it doesn't really use like the IR sensor, except for when you are just booting up the Wii and you have to actually choose like the disc channel. But yeah, it's really cool. It actually makes that game look pretty good because that screen's like 720p, and it's kind of like a lower quality, and it kind of rounds out the edges on that game. It makes everything look like pretty nice. So
they never patched in, sadly, the ability to use the actual controller on the gamepad. So
yeah.
Do you have a kind of a stand, or what's your setup?
So what I've been doing, because when you're playing that game, at least for me, I'll play like some longer like sessions. It's not short, and like the gamepad can't really last that long. Normally only like an hour and a half nowadays. So I'll just take around the charging stand, and I'll just set the thing on there and play it. So.
Cool. Yeah, when I did Xenoblade Chronicles, I did use the TV. I thought it still looked good to my eyes, but I understand scaling it down a bit. So how far away are you in Xenoblade Chronicles?
So I'm to a part where I don't know, there's all these lights, and there's like a lake, and I'm kind of confused on where I need to go. I've just been fighting a lot of enemies because they're really tough, and I'm just trying like to level up. Yeah, and I met like some Nopons there, and they were
I know exactly where you are.
Okay, yeah,
I did get that was a slowdown point for me for the story, me not being able to progress. That's, I believe, where I actually stopped my save file, my 3DS, and my Wii at the same time, because that's where I gave up twice. But once you get through there, it's smooth rolling until the only other grinding part to do is right before like the final boss. I got stuck there as well. There are some moments where you just need to grind, but that story is so damn good.
Yeah, but the thing that really bothers me is just like the character voices sometimes. It's like...
Do you have Japanese enabled?
No, I didn't even look to see if that's an option.
On the Wii version, it definitely is. You should turn it on, because that's much better.
I know on like the Switch version, you have to like go and get that extra pack.
Yeah, you have to download it separately.
Okay.
Yep. Which, of course, I would do. So, where are you with Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Did you pause that to play 1?
I did. So 2, let me see. I got to where they were all meeting, and let's see. You're in that area. There's like all these pillars on the sides, and in the center it's just like a big plaza. And then they met with that guy, and he kind of told the story about when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And things like that. Yeah, that's where I took a break.
Okay. And did you want to play 1 first to
Yeah, yeah,
not
because
get
I felt
spoiled for
like,
the ending of 2, or?
well, once the story started really going in two, I felt like I wanted to play one just so I could at least have like a little bit more like knowledge of the world because there's like so much. Is like I
So,
don't know if they're linked or not, but I at least wanted to like have that
so
background.
based on my experience, I think the order that you play them doesn't matter that much, except for the fact that 1 has some rougher visuals and stuff, so it might be hard to go back to. But story wise, the you'll you'll get the impact either way. I think you'll get a different impact at the end of 1 by playing 2 first, and you'll get a different impact at the end of 2 by playing 1 first. Like, uh, they'll hook up in a way that will make both satisfying no matter what order you play them at.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'm really excited for Torna, which comes out in a couple weeks here. The story DLC for 2. So that's coming out pretty soon, and I will be playing that for sure. And then the Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate demo is out, and the game is actually released. I know you've been
Yeah, the
playing
game
that
just came
too.
out today.
Yeah.
So I actually took a sick day from work because my plan was actually to get that game this afternoon and play it. But because I took a sick day, I was just laying around all day and
Now,
did not end
Aaron,
up like
may I
downloading
ask,
it.
were you actually sick?
No, I
or,
was actually sick. I
Okay.
started feeling better.
Well, the
I
way
started-
you said that,
No,
it's like,
no,
I took
no,
a sick day because I want to play this game.
No, I was in bed all day, and then around like 2 o'clock, I started feeling a little better.
Okay.
So yeah. So no, I haven't actually downloaded, but like the demo is pretty fun. That game is like a throwback in, as far as like the graphics. It's
Mhm.
like a 3DS game. So, but it's still a lot of fun.
Okay. So you think you will be picking that up at some point?
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna
Okay.
get it this week, and I think once I get into it, it's gonna consume a lot of my time.
Yeah.
But I've been watching some things about it today, and it looks really hard, like a lot harder than I was thinking it was going to be. So
Is there an easy mode?
there's no easy mode, but there are
okay.
some enemies that are on like the lower end that might be like easier to beat. But as you go, like once you fight them so many times, you're gonna want to move on to some other
Right. Yep.
things. Yeah.
What you, John? We've been up to?
Dead Cells.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah, it's really hard, but it's really addicting, especially when you start getting the fighting mechanics down. You know how you can really. I started with the bow, like using the bow long range really helped me out at the beginning, just because you can die pretty quick from enemies without if you don't have your power ups yet or anything.
So for those that don't know what this game is, what is this game?
Yeah, it's this game. It's a roguelike, so you're kind of dropped into a dungeon. A lot of people call it like a Metroidvania.
Yep.
I guess you'd call it that. It's procedurally generated, which
Okay.
generally I don't like. I like games who have, I grew up with Mario where every jump was, meticulously plotted out. So, games like this kind of always push me away. But this one's really cool because you throw you in, you go through, you collect these things called cells, and as you get cells, you can get these scrolls and actually get different weapons. And every time you spawn, you get a different chance to get a different weapon that's in your arsenal, and you can kind of go through. You find these different warp zones, so you can warp to different places as you go through. It's just a really cool kind of side-scrolling Metroid type game. A lot of cool different weapons, a lot of variety in that. Enemies get pretty difficult as you go.
Is there a story?
Not that I've really know, so I've only put like 5 hours into it probably.
Okay. But so it's procedurally generated, and you're advancing through levels. How's that work?
You hit checkpoints.
Okay, so they will procedurally generate, and then that checkpoint.
Yeah,
will
so
be-
there's this
yeah.
guy you go to, I forget his name, and once you hit him, he saves everything that you've done. So you want to pretty much get to him and save before you get to certain points, and then it'll let you proceed.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
So there's ways to actually save. Some things don't come back when you die and come back. Some things do. It's one of those types. So
Do you keep items between deaths?
no.
Okay.
It's not like Dead Dark Souls where you can go back and find them either.
Okay.
They're
How's
gone.
the music in this?
That's good. I like it.
Okay.
It's honestly, I usually play this while I'm watching TV, so I don't have it turned up all the way.
Yeah. Right.
But it's good.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I have not picked this one up. It got amazing reviews, and also we talked about it. It caused the firing of some person that.
Also, yeah, now that we're on that topic, we haven't talked about it again. Did you guys see he came back and made like an apology?
He
an
pulled the apology video because it was a
video.
terrible. It wasn't an
Yeah.
apology. Yeah.
It was not.
It was
at all.
awful. Yeah.
And yeah, and he has also plagiarized multiple other reviews.
Yeah, so IGN's just taking everything
Oh,
down from him, basically.
So terrible.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't come across very well in that video.
Nope.
Yep. Sounds like a young kid that doesn't have his head on straight.
How old is he?
I have
It's
no
probably-
idea.
He's probably older than I am.
No,
Probably.
he's
Young punk kid. Oh gosh.
22.
On happier news, there's a Smash Ultimate Pro Controller coming out. Do you guys see this design?
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a white and black design, white handles, black logo with like the white background kind of thing. I
I
guess.
thought it was kind of gray. I thought it was like
Is
gray.
it gray? What is that? Let me pull it up here. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah. So gray handles, white background. I think unless the lighting's weird. I thought it was white though. Might be wrong. But $75, or there's a bundle where you get a steel case in the game and the controller for $140. And if you have Gamer Club unlocked, you get the 20% off, so it might be worth it there. I don't know. But yeah.
Mm,
Anyone
I
getting
don't
this?
know.
I already have 2 Pro controllers. I'm good.
Yeah, me too. One of my Splatoon one does. It's kind of broken.
Aw.
The joystick, you can
Is
you
this,
can have it down all the way, and your character doesn't always.
is this because you played a little bit too much Splatoon with it?
Well, my other one's fine. My original one's fine.
Which you haven't used as much, I'm sure.
I used them back and forth. I couldn't tell you which
Okay.
one. Honestly, I couldn't tell you which one I used more.
Okay.
But I've heard a decent number of people have issues with some of the Pro controllers. So
You think you could send it to Nintendo for repair?
maybe. I mean, it's probably out of warranty by now. So
Okay.
So you mentioned something about when you push forward, your character isn't always moving forward.
yes,
Is there a
So-
wall in front of you?
I actually have had that issue, and I thought
Joking.
it was just like the game, maybe, or maybe like a little bit of Bluetooth, like wasn't connecting properly. But it seems like it happens every once in a while, also with my Pro controller.
yeah. So like if I'm like swimming in Splatoon, I'll have it like all the way pushed forward, and my character will literally go and like halt to a stop, and I'm like
So-
go, and it's like it's
Yeah.
very frustrating. So I just stopped using the controller. I'm sure I could maybe clean it out, but yeah, it's just I just want it to work. I've never had a Nintendo controller stop working besides an N64. Not saying anything about these, but usually they held up really well. You can play hours and hours and hours before they even start to show any signs of like weakening or the buttons wearing out. So it's a little disappointing, but yeah, I'll just live with this one. It's fine.
Okay.
Surprised they're even doing a Smash Pro controller, considering how everyone like is obsessed with the
They didn't release a wireless GameCube controller. Come on.
GameCube controller.
Yeah.
Maybe they're finally trying to move on from from that controller.
Now, did you read all the comments on it? Everyone's like, "No, I'm still using the GameCube
that's
controller."
People need it. So
They need to move on.
when did that come out? 2001. This 17 years later, we're still trying to hold on to that.
Yeah.
What reminds me of the GameCube controller is the new 2DS XL in purple that is releasing with Mario Kart 7 this fall as a special bundle on September 28th.
How much?
$150.
Hmm.
So I saw that purple color and I really want it just for the purple, but
Yes, so do I.
I don't want to spend $150. I don't know. Maybe if I
Will
can
you
get-
ever play a 3DS again, Aaron?
Oh yeah, I play my 3DS probably every other day.
Wow.
What
wow.
are you playing?
So
What are you playing?
right now, see, I've been playing some default because I've been hearing some rumors about there's possibly one coming to the Switch, so I want to try to get through the 3DS games. I've been like playing Fire Emblem very sporadically, like Awakening. I still can't finish that game. I don't know. There's this that game. What else? I play a little bit of Smash because I'm pretty excited for Smash.
See, I want to be fresh for Smash.
But you're playing it on 3DS.
Playing on the 3DS, yeah.
Why the 3D? Why not the
Because
Wii
it's
U?
just more portable. I can just take my 3DS anywhere. So even whenever I'm like in the house, I feel like my 3DS would be like what I want to play Smash on over the Wii U, simply because it's just more portable. Like like the Wii U, I can walk over to like a dining room and I'll like lose connection. And it's like,
Yeah.
You need to plug the Wii U into a battery and just like there you go.
Yeah. Walk around with a Wii U backpack.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
I always had trouble. It was so small on the 3DS, and when I got the
They had those outlines, John.
yeah, but I switched to the smaller 3DS, so it was like whoa. So
the only problem I have with that is that the shoulders kind of jab into like my knuckle, like right between my fingers is where they jab, and it's like I don't like that. So,
oh yeah. Yeah,
So
I'm
you guys
excited
think-
for Switch Smash. That's gonna be
That'll be a fun December
yeah,
and beyond.
way better than the Wii U or way better than 3DS.
still
Hopefully.
fun, though. It's still
Yeah.
fun, and it's fun trying to get all those challenges. There's like so much stuff in that game.
So, what do you guys think of the Amazon discontinuation of the 20% off? Where we're all screwed now. No more 20% off anything.
I haven't been using any of that. I've been buying digital and.
Now it's like,
really
what? There's no
matter.
incentive for me to buy at retail. What are you guys doing? I'm just not
That
going to
was all
shop with
they're
you
playing.
guys.
It's for years in the making, moving everyone towards digital purchases.
And now, yeah, buy Best Buy and Amazon. No more. Oh, but I did see. So this is cool, Aaron. Amazon, I guess, for some games, that $10 coupon thing they're going to give you
Yeah,
will work for
isn't it-
digital.
So isn't it just like a credit that goes
Yeah.
back to yeah?
It will, but yeah, it's gonna work for some digital games too.
Will
Digital
work for
pre-orders.
Smash.
I'm not sure. It might. Who knows? I gotta check it out.
Amazon announced that Smash was the most pre-ordered, most purchased game this year so far.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Can you use that credit towards just like an eShop card?
Probably. Yeah. I don't see why not.
There you go.
Smash Bros. Switch. Let's see. I am definitely getting this digitally.
Yeah. I would I would love to buy that deluxe with the controller and have it with the code. With movies, you buy the Blu-ray, you get a code and the disc. Why can't that happen?
All right, so here's what it says. Prime members will receive $10 promotional credit when they pre-order this item. Credit will be sent 30 days after the game is shipped
Oh wow.
or digitally delivered. So yes, digitally delivered, it says.
That's really cool, right?
Yeah, 30 days though. Come on.
They got to make sure you don't return it or something.
And it says credit, so it sounds like you're going to get an Amazon credit.
Yeah, you would. That's useless. You can't find anything to buy on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
But yeah,
That's a good.
as these companies get bigger and bigger with no competition, less perks for us.
Well, if
yeah.
Best Buy had kept it going, they wouldn't have to
Mhm.
have dropped it. Like
Yep, that's exactly right.
they had no incentive keeping it going.
You may need to go around to some of your like local stores and see if they have any programs, because some of them do. Where if you buy or pre-order some games or buy so many games, and you'll get like a used one free or something. So things like that might be useful for people.
Yeah. So another thing I just want to bring up is this battle royale phenomenon, and it's hit another game, guys. FIFA, as your players score.
Is it really a battle
Yeah,
royale?
yeah. So it kind of is.
So.
There's gonna be a mode in the new FIFA. I'm not sure if the Switch one, but there'll be a mode in FIFA
No.
where as a player scores, the opposite team will lose a player, until you're down to like no players.
The Switch mode, though, or the Switch version of the game, because it can't really handle much, it starts out with just one player.
I think the Switch version is just the PlayStation 2 version upgrade, like, moved over. So I doubt it's going to have any of this.
But I just thought this was bizarre. I mean, I love it. I love this. Like, I want all the Smash. Bring a Battle Royale mode. That'd be cool. I don't know.
Isn't that what Smash has always been? Is
yeah.
Battle Royale?
Not 100 players. I want 100 players
But
pairing
you
down.
can
though.
do the 100-man where they just drop in. And you
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Another game announcement since we've been gone. Saint Rose the Third is coming out on Switch with all the DLC. This is gonna be awesome. Nice big open world game where you're like a superhero. Sounds great.
Is this a big deal? Like,
It's a big deal. This was, I think, the best of the Saint Row games as far as people
So I've
recollect.
never played those games. I keep seeing it on Steam, and it's always on sale.
I played
and-
4 a good amount, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I think I don't know. I may pick it up on Switch, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of the perfect platform when you dive into there just to goof off for a bit. Kind of like the Grand Theft Auto things up to your superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very excited for that. That's a really cool announcement. And then Diablo 3 is also coming to Switch. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that game, I'm pretty excited for that because I never actually played it. I played Diablo 2.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun with that a long time ago, so I think I may actually play this one this time.
Yeah, and some good. You're a frames per second kind of person.
Yeah.
And some good stats there with that.
60 frames
Was it 60?
at 720p. Yeah,
Yeah. Docked and undocked, I believe.
docked it's 1080, 60 frames.
Yeah, so it's 60 no matter what.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but
Impressed.
it's still. I mean, it's like an 8-year-old game.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, still, at least you can, hit those marks as long as
that's
you can.
true.
1080p 60.
It still looks good.
It took 9 months for them to port this game, is what I always
That's not
say. I
that
pulled up.
bad.
Which is, yeah, not bad at all.
It'll have online multiplayer.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
and
So-
local.
There you go. That's all you need.
And local is probably better because you don't have to share, like on PlayStation. You have to like share the screen and everything.
Right.
So everyone gets their own screen.
Yep, 4-player local or online.
I haven't played Diablo since like the original PC one.
Yeah.
I've never played one of these. Yeah, we'll see. It should be good.
Much
I'm not sure if I'll play it or not, though.
dungeon crawling, just wandering around, slaying random things you find.
Spyro got delayed for PS4 and Xbox, so there's hope that it can still come to Switch, guys.
It's coming to Switch. Don't
It's
worry.
coming to Switch. Come on.
It is.
It's gotta be here. Yeah. And then the first Sega Classics, or whatever they're calling it, is coming very soon.
Do we know what it is?
There's 2 of them. I forget what it was, though. Do you remember, Aaron?
No.
Let me look this up real quick.
Crazy Taxi.
You know why not?
But it's got in-app purchases.
Oh gosh! Please no! Please no!
It's like the arcade. You got to pay per play.
The Super Mario Party will not have Pro Controller support, evidently.
That makes sense.
Why? Is it because you're gonna be doing wacky things with the Joy-Cons?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, like a WarioWare.
Yeah, could you ever play any of the Mario parties on Wii with the like classic controller, whatever the hell they called it? No,
Okay.
doubtful.
Fair. Okay. Sega Ages Fantasy Stars coming in September.
Fantasy Star. Yeah, I just found that.
Yeah.
Oh, Fantasy Star. Okay,
Yep.
that'll make a lot of people pretty happy.
And then I believe one of the Sonics is also coming around then.
Of course.
You know, you gotta have Sonic on your Switch.
I think it's just going to be the first one, right?
I think so. Streets of Rage 4 is happening. I'm trying to remember what Streets of Rage is. It's like a brawler, I guess. Big deal, though. And then the last thing I have on my list is Capcom has announced Onimusha Warlords remaster for Switch. This is a PS2 game, and it's come back for Switch. January 15th, 2019. So, anything else that we did not touch on yet?
Yeah, I have some stuff I'm
Cool.
trying to talk about here. I'm trying to find it so that way you guys can have links. If you go to my Twitter, I have posted some things a while back of me playing Fortnite on the Switch, and
Okay.
it's pretty frustrating that the game can't even load properly. So I don't understand
What do you
why.
mean?
So yeah, there's sometimes I will drop into like the game and there will be like a house. I'll land on the house, but then my character will just like float in space because the house isn't actually loading in. It's just a blob of uh, texture, and then
Okay.
after about 30 seconds, it'll finally load, and then someone will just kill me like immediately. And that happens a lot. There's even a clip that I have on my Twitter right now of a guy whose character skin didn't even load in, so I got killed by a nothing holding a
A
gun.
ghost. That's a
Yeah.
cool new mode.
And it just makes the game not fun. They need to
Huh.
fix that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's a bummer.
But
Is that
besides
just on the? Is that just the Switch version?
It's just on the Switch, and people that I queue up with, I'll even ask them about it because they'll be playing on the Switch, or sometimes they'll have friends in their party that are playing on like a PlayStation or like an Xbox, and they'll say like they don't have the problems on those, but whenever they go over to their Switch, then it starts happening. So I don't know.
I
have
hear the
noticed-
Mac is an equally bad platform.
Oh, really?
For,
I hear the Mac is trash. Like I hear there's a bug in the load screen that makes it like sit for like 30, 40 minutes.
yeah.
And, like
yeah.
it's been there for like a year and that
Yeah.
still
Uh-huh.
happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
But obviously
Yeah.
not many people are probably playing on their
No.
Macs.
No. Yeah, I heard about that on the talk show about the Mac version being what it is. I should mention I picked up the South Park Fractured game on Switch. It was on sale for like
Fractured what?
the Fractured game. Oh yeah, so I got that. It was on sale for I think 20 or 30. I think it was 30. It's like half off.
The original's coming too.
It is, yeah. I'm super excited. I played a bit of the original on PS4, but this seems like a great game to play on handheld here.
All the South Park games have generally been pretty good actually.
The 64 one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the 64 one was
oh,
good.
that's right.
The pinball, if you're into pinball, the South Park pinball game is actually really good. So
Huh. Okay. But yeah, so that was on sale with the big Ubisoft sale going on, and yeah, can't wait to dive into that. But
I feel like here we can talk about this because I've thought about this every time I go into the eShop. I think about this.
okay, yeah. What's your deep thought here?
There's these games that I feel like have been abusing the eShop, and what I'm talking about is these games that don't look like they're very high quality,
Yeah,
but
the
because shovelware, yeah, good, yeah,
and they'll
shovelware.
go on sale so they're
Exactly.
identifiable.
They go on sale so they get on the front page of the eShop, and it's like sometimes I see them go on sale for literally like 20 cents off, and I'm
Yeah.
like, is this even like I know it's getting you sales because then you go to the top charts and guess what? They're in like the top 30 or whatever. Just because they're on that sale page. Like, is this is
Well, I think that one of the problems behind that is that the like the eShop needs to be changed. They need to like redesign that because it's not very easy to find. I don't know, just find things by category. You kind of have to go into the search and things. They just need to have more fields of curated. I don't know, curated games, I guess, so that way you're not seeing all this crap.
yeah,
Yeah,
crap
like One Strike is 80% off now for 99 cents, and I don't know. It looks like probably not the best game. It got an 8 out of 10 on Nintendo Life, I guess. That's what's so
Oh,
good.
did it? Okay.
Yeah, so never mind. I would say all you crap games get a review up there so we know you're not a crap game.
That's the thing. They need reviews. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah, so One Strike, good job putting a review at the very top because at first glance it looks like a shovelware game that just is not good.
Yeah, put some reviews in your game description so at least we know.
Yeah. And don't make up the reviews.
So yeah, if you're out there, and you're thinking about making your Switch game go on sale, don't do it. Think about it.
Woodle
Nintendo-
Tree Adventures Deluxe, John. Oh my god.
Yeah, like these
What
deal
is
these,
this?
and they changed the name of the section too. It used to say on sale, now it says great deals. Like,
Great deals, Yeah, this one's 35% off to bring it to $3.24.
this game called Brawl is 99 cents. It is 90% off. Like,
Oh god.
how about Astro Bears Party? Like,
Oh, that's
Astro
been on
Bears
sale
Party.
forever. It's always on sale.
Exactly.
game is
Exactly.
always on
It's
sale.
always on sale.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh gosh.
There should be a l-
Philipix.
There should be a limit on how long your game can be on
What
sale.
is this game, Philipix?
Philipix. You got a board. You're filling the
It looks like you're
pixels.
drawing QR
It's like a
codes.
math game. You're learning a new picture logic puzzle game from the makers of Pick-a-Pix Deluxe.
Pick-a-Pix. I might get Pick-a-Pix. Is it like Kid Pix?
Not
Is
quite.
is it even a game? This looks awful.
It looks like you're learning math.
Here's like another thing about this, Sean. You shouldn't be able to put your game on sale before it even comes out.
No, I'm fine. I mean, preloading's the
don't-
thing on all the consoles.
I don't
That's
think
the
that
thing.
they should. No, but you shouldn't be in this great deals section.
If your game's not out
Yeah,
yet.
if your game's not out yet.
I'm fine with it because it like lets me know here's the pre-orders that gives me discounts.
No, you should be on the coming soon page.
Yeah, that's.
Okay,
exactly where it
fine.
should be,
Because
yeah.
you do get the thing is like you're getting a discount because you're pre-ordering is their thing.
Yeah,
That's
it
f-
should just be on the coming soon.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
I want this frog shooter game. Do you guys see this Kiro thing?
did not.
Go to recent releases. If you're on
Games
your
are on Switch at this point.
like it's almost 1,000. I think it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I'd love to see a system which is every game downloaded onto it.
So this
Crazy.
game called Kiro Blaster. It's like an Atari level graphics, and you're a frog with a gun, and it kind of looks pretty cool.
So that brings up a question. I wonder, has anyone tried to install every game available for the Switch? Is there any limit like there was on 3DS or Wii U for like how many games
I bet there is.
the OS will actually accept?
Is there an SD card big enough to hold all the games?
I've
think?
got a 400 gig. I mean, I've got a 400 gig card.
You have a
400
400
will hold
gig?
it, though.
And there's a 512 available. I'm not
I don't
sure if it'll
think
hold
512
everything.
will even do it because
But beyond that, I'm curious. Even if the menu system would work, because even after you uninstall a game, it's still there in the archives as a listing. Do you think that listing would support, everything at this point? Did they design for that?
Everything's got a limit. I feel like.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen.
I mean, like on your phone, you just don't see the apps, right? You just have to.
Oh,
search.
that's right. I've done that
You just
before.
have to. You just have to search for them. Like
Yeah,
you just can't
yeah.
even see them anymore.
Yeah, I hit that limit one time because I used to not delete anything.
So it might be. There's no search on the Switch.
There
You
is
can't
not.
search.
And there's no folders either.
I never thought about that. Maybe they should add
Yeah.
search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all by recency. But anyways, I just thought that's kind of. We'll hit it at some point, I'm sure, guys, if it's ever there.
so.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, like while we're kind of on that, do you guys think that we'll ever see like a redesign to the Switch UI? Because you see that with other consoles through their lifespan, they'll kind of change up some things. But Nintendo, at least with the Wii U and with the Wii,
They
never
updated the Wii U.
changed.
They had folders and stuff.
Yeah, but they never changed like the UI like dramatically.
PS4
like
never
a-
had a dramatic redesign of the
True.
UI.
True.
Uh,
But the
I will
Xbox
say
has
Nint-
had multiple.
I feel like
Nintendo's-
Xbox always has multiple.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Xbox. They it's kind of worse. I prefer the original OS. This new thing, not good.
I feel like every time I booted up my 360, it looked different.
Yeah, I hate the Xbox One, man. That OS is just garbage.
Yeah, the Xbox One's even worse. It's like once a month they have updates.
And
They're
I just don't know how to use it anymore. Like I was comfortable with it, and then it's completely different. But Nintendo is really proud, I think, of the OS. I think they
It's really
said
fast.
200 kilobytes is all it takes in the system.
In memory and RAM.
Yeah, like it's super lightweight.
Mm.
They're really proud of that. Let me pull up the article of.
I mean, yeah, there's no assets to load. It's literally a gray screen. in your icons, which your icons are probably loading from your SD memory, not even in the OS. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty light. I feel like one problem I have with the OS or the UI is it doesn't scale to 1080p yet. It still stays at 720p.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
So
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I have noticed this sometimes, but it seems like that will happen most of the time whenever I first turn on my Switch. But if I like pull out of like the dock and set it back in, it's still not full 1080p, but it seems like the resolution does go up. I don't know. It's kind of fuzzy, and then when I drop it back in, it's a little bit higher resolution.
Is it? Well, okay, maybe I should adjust some of these settings. But yeah, I don't like some of the text is fuzzy and it's not as noticeable on my small screen, but when you go to like my 60-inch TV and you pull up this 720p like interface, you're like, whoa. Like the text just looks really bad. Some of the icons, have sharp edges and stuff.
Yeah. So this was at a developer session in Japan. So 200 kilobits, switches home menu design resources. That's all it takes. And the inspiration was kind of back to the NES, where everything was just instant when you turned it on. Animations have been purposely kept as short as possible, and any additional actions, such as responding to "Are you sure?" Menu screens after choosing to close the game, for example, were kept to a minimum. The other thing is, I mourned the loss of the music. I loved the music of the Wii U, for example, and
like that.
the lack of background music was a decision to keep the system running as quickly as possible, and not having that music helped with performance, evidently. So that's why it's not there. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, it takes CPU cycles to keep the music running, so.
Yeah, I even miss it. Am I right? There's no music in even the eShop, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, there's
Like
only
that's
the
something I
sound.
really miss.
Oh,
That's
wait,
lost
yeah,
in
there
general.
is. There is, yeah, there is.
there?
Is there music?
I think there is on the.
I'm loading it up right now. Let's see.
Hold on.
I know there's sound when you first launch it in that little like loading screen.
But I like the seasonality of the music in the Wii U eShop. They'd like change it season to season. Yeah, I'm in the eShop now. There's no music. So I wish that was one part where they like, okay, we'll slow it down.
I feel like
Load
when
some
Mario
music.
Odyssey came out, they put music in the eShop. Like they had Mario music. I'm not even joking. I feel like that was a thing. I could be wrong.
I don't remember that, but maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's really fascinating, all that. But
I would
Yeah.
like them to have some more, or just kind of split up your like apps a little bit more, so that way we can have like a games like section, and then I know that eventually like Netflix is coming. And
I was
things
gonna
like that.
ask, what other section would
I
you
know
have
that
on the
Netflix
Switch?
is coming
Oh, do
because
you?
I have
do you?
Hulu now.
You know,
and-
Hulu's the one and only.
Whenever like Netflix comes, I think it's going to just usher in all kinds of apps. We're gonna have our HBOs. We're gonna have all your different channels. And
I don't think I've ever watched anything on my Switch.
I use my Switch especially whenever I am in like an Airbnb for the night.
Ah, that's an interesting idea. Okay.
So I just bring like my dock and I'll hook it up to whatever TV I'm at, and I can just hook up. If they don't have like Wi-Fi, I'll just use my phone. And
Who you have a T-Mobile, right?
yeah, I have T-Mobile. So
Because
I'm
AT&T
limited.
doesn't let you play games on hotspots.
Oh, speaking of playing games, also, I was playing Fortnite on my hotspot while I was driving down the highway the other day.
What? You
And it
driving
was
down the
great.
highway?
Well, I wasn't driving. I was
And
riding.
your mic, Aaron, unplug and replug. It's oscillating.
Oh, well,
Yeah, you sound like you're going through the warp, like you're in Stargate, and you're going through the little gate.
how's that? Any
Hey,
better?
it's better. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better, yeah.
So yeah, I was in the passenger seat. I wasn't actually driving, but
Good.
I was surprised that I was keeping up with everyone. There was no lag. You couldn't tell that I was playing on my phone connection.
It's cool. It's really good.
Yeah, maybe I should switch to T-Mobile.
It's I like the free Tuesdays thing. Got 12 months free of the Pandora Plus today. It's pretty good.
See, I don't even check it anymore. T-Mobile
I-
Tuesdays, but
I check
a
it
nice
because every
start.
now and then I'll get free Voodoo movie rentals,
Yeah.
which is a pretty cool thing. But cool. Anything else? Wrap it up. You guys good?
I'm good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Aaron, where can folks find you on the interwebs?
Well, I think the best place is just go to my website, which is aaronrivera.info.
Cool. I'll have to check
I
it
have
out. I
links
didn't know you
there
had
to
a
my
website.
social network. I have some of my art there and everything. I think that's the best place. You can find all of my things there. Just click on the links. So.
Sweet.
I'm
Good.
checking this out right now.
I
Let's
still
see.
need to update. I should update it and get all my things on there, so you can click it and go to like. Does like Nintendo have a website you can just put in someone's name, like their gamer tag, and see their stuff? Kind of like.
Oh, that's
No?
funny, Aaron.
They don't
yeah.
have that. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll put all my like Steam profile and everything on there. But right now it just has my.
Oh,
Twitter,
very
so
cool.
You can just click on that and go straight there.
Hey, I know Weebly because it's one of the few I've had friendly building places.
Yeah.
Weebly?
Weebly.
Yeah. So when I designed my site, I didn't have to do anything. I just made like the, like the desktop version, and then they automatically did like a mobile version, which is actually pretty nice.
Sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool. What about you, John?
You can find me at John Wesley A on Twitter, or John's Nintendo Carts on Twitch.
Cool deal. My handle is TCHATEN. You can go to youtube.com/tchen for the video version of the show. We'll be back next time for level 188. Thanks for listening or watching. Bye.